Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, police operations result in cigarette, gun seizures and arrest in St. Catherine. The St. Catherine North Police says a series of police military operations have reaped a success with the capture of a wanted man, the seizure of an illegal firearm and ammunition, and over 100 cartons of uncustomed cigarettes confiscated. On Wednesday, May 1, the security team conducted an operation in Lauriston community where a man who is wanted for malicious destruction of property was arrested and handed over to the St. Catherine South Police as the offense was conducted there, a police report said. The joint police military operations continued on Thursday, May 2 in Marchpen, St. Catherine, where one illegal J9 9mm pistol loaded with 6 cartridges was seized. One man was arrested in connection with the find, and 3 other men were taken into custody during the operation, the police said. During a further search of the Marchpen community, over 100 cartons of cigarettes believed to be uncustomed were seized. The identities of the men who were arrested have not been ascertained. We use this opportunity to implore persons to cooperate with the joint military teams as they continue to conduct operations across the St. Catherine North Division. We aim to make the various communities safe for persons to live, and so persons can go about their lawful business, the police said. Crown asked for time extension in Hanover chef's murder case. The St. James Parish Court on Thursday requested an extension of time in the case against the 34-year-old Hanover chef accused of the murder of Wesley Reed, who was gunned down in broad daylight on his way from court. Orrin Anderson, otherwise called the Proper, of Bamboo District in Hopewell, Hanover, is charged with murder, wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. He is being represented by attorney at law Tamika Spencer Anderson. When the case was called up for mention in the St. James Parish Court on Thursday, the clerk of the court disclosed that the file had not been completed as the post-mortem report was not available. Furthermore, video footage had been requested previously, but it is not known whether one is available. The Crown then requested a 3-week extension to complete the file, citing the importance of the post-mortem to both the prosecution and the defense's cases. Spencer Anderson did not object to the extension, which was granted until June 7. The case was subsequently set for mention on May 9, and Anderson's bail was extended until that date. According to the allegations, on December 5, 2023, about 11:48 a.m., Reed was walking along the road with a female relative. They were reportedly approached by an armed man who opened gunfire, hitting them. The police were summoned, and the injured individuals were taken to hospital, where Reed was pronounced dead and the woman treated. Intense investigations led to Anderson turning himself in alongside his attorney on January 31. When the incident occurred, Reed was out on bail, facing charges of 3 counts of murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. The charges are in connection with the deaths of 38-year-old Conroy Lawrence, otherwise called Beanie, a warehouse attendant, 38-year-old Chevon Gordon, otherwise called King Kong, and Kong Terry, a teller, and 56-year-old Carl Leslie Morris, otherwise called Shutter, a taxi operator, all of Roehampton, St. James. 72-hour curfew imposed in Green Island, Hanover. A 72-hour curfew has been imposed in Green Island, Hanover, due to an ongoing gang conflict in the area, which has claimed the lives of several persons. The latest victim of the ongoing violence was shot dead on Tuesday at Orange Bay Square in Orange Bay. Timoy Morris, 21, otherwise called Tim Tim, was attacked and shot at a shop. Investigators say he was linked to the death of Wade Phillips, otherwise called Scatter, who was fatally shot at a beach in Westmoreland last month. Since Scatter's death, there has been a surge in murders and reprisal attacks in Green Island. The police told the news that the latest curfew was imposed Thursday afternoon to prevent reprisal attacks for the death of Mr. Morris. The Hanover police say a conflict between the Anseman and 100 Rounds gangs is at the root of the violence. 10 of the 13 murders recorded in Hanover since January were committed in Green Island. Man gets a suspended sentence for role in car theft. A father of 3 got to go home on Wednesday after spending 7 months in custody for participating in the theft of a motor vehicle. Keenan Nash was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment at hard labor, suspended for 2 years by Senior Parish Judge Lorraine Cole Montague. It was shared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court that Nash was asked by his friend to help him transport a vehicle to another location. However, it was later discovered that the vehicle was stolen. Nash, who was previously employed as a security guard, pleaded guilty to receiving stolen property and the larceny of motor vehicle. The defendant, through his attorney, explained that Nash was involved in an accident and was offered money by his friend to transport the vehicle. Nash agreed to transport the vehicle as he was strapped for cash. He wrote a letter to the judge that he is gratefully sorry to be in the situation and he is asking for leniency, the lawyer submitted. Nash, who has been in custody since October 2023, was sentenced by the senior judge. Former cop wants changes after 4 killings in 48 hours. With 4 more murders in the 48 hours spanning Tuesday and Wednesday, there is now growing fears that the Jamaica Constabulary Force's efforts to rein in gangsters in the West is not getting the desired results, leaving law-abiding citizens worried. It pains my heart to see what is happening because our law-abiding citizens don't deserve to be living under the mayhem we are seeing, a former top-flight police crime fighter told the news as he bemoaned the recent spate of bloodletting across St. James, Trelawney, Westmoreland, Hanover and St. Elizabeth. The former crime fighter, who had asked not to be identified, says he wants Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake to establish a branch of the JCF's Specialized Operation Unit, which was promised to the West by a former commissioner. We can't afford to go back to the years when St. James was having 300+ murders and Westmoreland was having 100+ murders. The region deserves better, the person said. The first of the 4 murders took place in Green Island, Hanover on Tuesday about 8 a.m. when 21-year-old Timoy Tim Morris of the volatile Logwood community was shot and killed by unknown assailants inside a shop where he had gone to make a purchase. Later on Tuesday, St. Elizabeth joined the bloodletting mix at approximately 9 p.m. when a man identified as a Tutu was among 5 persons inside a shop in Elam, Balaclava, when 2 men armed with handguns walked in and opened fire on him, killing him on the spot. On Wednesday, St. James, which had rolled by on the JCF's radar as a hotbed of murders, recorded 2 murders. In the first incident, which occurred in the Mount Salem police area, an unidentified man was shot and killed in the Farm Hill area at approximately 5:30 a.m. by unknown assailants. In the second incident, which occurred at Decathlon Square in Norwood about 11:13 p.m., 3 men and a woman were walking along the roadway when unknown assailants opened gunfire on them. All 4 were hit. One of the men, whose identity has not been released, subsequently died from his injuries. There were other incidences of shooting across the region, resulting in the injury of several persons. St. Catherine man charged after attacking man. A man is facing multiple charges under the Firearms Act after he allegedly attacked a man and shot at him while he was walking on the Juice Pen Main Road in Bogwalk, St. Catherine on Monday, April 22. Charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized use of ammunition, wounding with intent, and using a firearm to commit a felony is the 37-year-old Orrin Parnell of Keith Hall District, Bogwalk in the parish. Reports from the Spanish Town Police are that about 9:30 p.m., Parnell pounced upon a man who was walking along the roadway, pulled a firearm from his waistband, and opened gunfire at him. A report was made to the police, and Parnell was later apprehended and charged. He is scheduled to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday, May 7.